Jai Guruji, Jai Mahakali. Let's do the monthly reading for the month of July. And this is for the sign of Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Let's see what have we got for Cancer. Okay. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. And this is for the month of July. Energy at the bottom, we have the one of the best major arcana cards that you could have, the Empress. Empress talks about uh, the growth, abundance, the prosperity in your life. The Empress also talks about a time when you are living the best of your life, um, whether it's in terms of a relationship, it's in terms of your profession, if it's the best of your health that you have at this stage. Empress also talks about formal engagements. Empress talks about marriages, and Empress talks about new birth and pregnancies as well. So, which is why this is considered to be the best major arcana card, or the most abundant major arcana card. The Empress also has the motherly love, or the motherly energy, or the typical female energy, which knows how to nurture and care for the people around them, and which is why this most of the times also denotes the feminine energy around us. Now, having the Empress, the theme of the month of July for you, Cancer, I'm seeing a lot of emotions being at play here in the month of July. See, we are anyway going through this monsoon season, which purely talks about water, and all you could see, the colors that you are seeing here in all of these cards, that you would have this glimpse of the water element or the emotional side of your life, which means that this reading for the month of July is mostly associated with either your emotions or the relationships in your life. We'll start with this row here. You are sitting at the center of this um, spread here, and you are carefully taking a look or watching over your emotions, or taking a look or watching over your. This is the cup. This cup also shows the heart of the queen. This is the most sensitive queen of the deck, because she knows she's the most lovable queen as well. She knows how to nurture and take care of relationships, just like the Empress. Yet she is also wary of the fact, the reason why she takes up and stares at this cup here is because she has come across some of the difficult times in terms of relationships in her life, and she knows that it's imperative and it's crucial that she assesses the situation, or anybody who comes walking at her making an offer here. She is receiving this offer. This gentleman is actually making an offer, although very slow and steady, but this guy is moving towards this queen. Yet she is only focusing on her heart, because she knows that how painful the situations of the past have been, and which is why even if she makes a decision, she is going to assess the situation from all angles and all sides, because she has learned her lessons. She has learned her lessons the hard way. Okay. With the Hanged Man and the High Priestess, I have two major arcana here. Both these cards talk about intuition and spirituality. I have a strong feeling that because of the relationship breakup that has happened in the past, not now, in the past, because now I'm seeing a new offer coming. So, for most of you, Cancer, in the month of July, you may start receiving some new offers in terms of relationships or love, formal engagements, or marriage proposals. That's what is on the cards. Yet, if I go back a few months back, or maybe a few years back, then then there has been a chaos in your life in terms of a relationship, and somehow you sensed that through your intuition only, because you seem to be a psychic here. You have a tremendous ability to see through the veil, which is why the High Priestess has shown here. And from those experiences, you have not broken down, but you actually turned inside. You turned that pain into the blissful spiritual awakening. And all these years, you have been focusing to grow internally. You have been working on your chakras, you have been working on your energies, and you are slowly carrying those energies and transforming them into the mystical and occult energies. You could be a psychic reader, you could be a tarot reader, you could be an astrologer as well. You could be a healer as well. I'm seeing the energy of the moon here, and which talks about healing again. So you could be a Reiki healer, or could be associated with any other healings, mystical healings as a practice or as a profession. But this has come only because you had paid the price in the past. Lastly, if I move further, then I'm seeing, because this has been a stuck energy for quite some time, let's say since last 2 to 3 years, or maybe last 2 to 3 months, have been very stagnant in your life. But then finally, I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing a push happening in your life. For some of you, you are traveling for work in the month of July, and this travel could be an air travel, or uh, travel through a boat or a ship, but then travel is for sure. Another thing, if there was this stuck situation in your side which was keeping you engaged and stuck in old patterns of thinking and um, thoughts, painful thoughts, then you, because after doing this much of healing and work, inner work on your soul, you are finally moving towards the the city of your dreams. As you could see, this gentleman who is in the chariot is leaving the city and the town behind. And although this city and town is very familiar with, although this city and town is pretty stable, he had built in that stability and security. Yet he is determined, he has the willpower, he has the confidence, and he knows that to bring that balance in his life, to bring that justice to the abilities or to the dreams probably that he had, he would need to go move towards the other direction, and he's sure that he is going to get success in his endeavors. So a positive movement and travel is on the cards for you in the month of July, Cancer. Finally, there is one energy which I'm seeing. I'm hoping that this energy is from the past, maybe from your past person who you may not be in contact with now because of the what, because of the drama that they created in your life, or because of the chaos that they brought in your life. Yet you are only looking forward, you are only moving forward. Yet this specific person seemed to be all over your social media or other platforms. I'm seeing the energy of stock in here, honestly. But at this stage, I could only ask you to ignore that, and you are ignoring that, because I'm only seeing you moving straight. You are not going back. So these energies Let them do what they are good at doing. You do not pay heed to these energies around you. You are right on your path into finding that right balance, and you're also getting closer to this spiritual awakening, because I'm seeing a lot of growth has happened since past couple of years, and some of you or most of you may even be well on your way to Kundalini awakening, the Kundalini awakening energy as well. So maybe engaged in the Kriya yoga or the Kriya Kundalini work as well. All right. So overall, a very positive reading for you, Cancer, especially in terms of getting over the painful times, moving ahead, making your mark in the world, and planting the seeds and then reaping the rewards of spiritual awakening because of whatever transformative period you went through in past couple of years. Solid reading for the month of July. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a couple of guidance from the oracle. Cancer. This one wants to come out. Let's see, let's take a message from the moon as well. Okay. All right. Cancer. I have the I have the psychic card here, which is the butterflies, number 5. So watch out for this number first of all, because this is a number of change. This is a number of communication as well. This is the number in numerology. This belongs to Mercury, which is the planet of intelligence, communication, documents, third house. Now, because of the situations like I mentioned earlier that happen in your life, there is this spiritual awakening happening. You see, and this I discussed this in the earlier reading for the sign of Gemini also, so you can go and check that out as well. What happens is that when the larvae or the caterpillar is about to fly, then that's a huge transformation in their life, because a huge change is happening. Anything or anybody who was just crawling over for past couple of months, they are now able to fly. That's a huge transformation that could happen in anybody's life for the better. Why? Because now this, when they become a butterfly, they are going to have a different lens, different magnifying lens, and different vision for them, which is what I'm seeing for you. You were a caterpillar at some stage, but looking at this, the hangman and the high priestess, now I'm uh, and how I mentioned about the Kundalini awakening also. So some of you may be going through that transformative period. You may be awakening your energies, and then the moment you become this butterfly, you are going to spread the colors of this transformation and this experience that you learned over these years into the world. So a very potent card, and this could happen in the month of July also, which is why this is showing up. From your ancestors, I've got the shaman. Shaman is an ancestor who is asking you to trust in the higher forces. With the hangman and with the high priestess, although going through painful times in your life, all of us come, I mean, at some point in time, or we lose that trust, we lose that confidence, because our confidence is shaken to the core due to the painful events in our lives, and then we do not trust God. Yet, because you went through this transformative period and now the ancestors are within, I mean, they are around you and they are wanting the confirmation. What they are saying now is they want you to trust in the higher forces. They are working behind the scenes for you, for your welfare. And now is the time to trust in them and keep moving forward, just like the chariot, and not go back to these old situations or old people in your life. Finally, the moon card says that conclusions are within reach because this is the full moon eclipse. As most of you would be knowing that eclipses are the stages where, which especially talks about some things which go out from our lives because they are no longer needed or they do not work any longer. And this card says that because these situations and people who were in your life who put you through pain, they do not need to be in your life now, and the higher forces are making these plans that they will make sure that the situations which no longer work for you or which are not needed in your life now, in the next journey that you are going into, these things will be eliminated or eclipsed out of your life. And if you are, or if you have been waiting on for some conclusions or some things to come to a conclusion, then this July is going to be the month for those conclusions to occur, right? I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if this resonates, then do send me a message or comment. Also, do like, share, and subscribe. Jai Guruji, Jai Mahakali. Take care.